The 2026 World Baseball Classic rosters have been released, and here are 5 teams that you need to keep an eye on. Team USA is arguably their best roster ever, with stars like Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt Jr., Cal Raleigh, and Kyle Schwarber as mainstays in the lineup, and the pitching staff has gotten a significant upgrade from the 2023 team with the additions of Tarek Skubal, Paul Skeens, Logan Webb, and Joe Ryan. Mason Miller, David Bednar, and Griffin Jacks are the biggest pieces out of the bullpen, and a team that fell just short of a championship last tournament is absolutely the favorite this year on paper. Team Japan is the reigning champion, and they bring back stars that we've come to know like Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Seiya Suzuki, Munetaka Murakami, Kazuma Okamoto, Masataka Yoshida, and of course Shohei Ohtani, though he will only be hitting in the tournament after being a huge piece on the mound in 2023. The pitching staff has taken a step back from their championship team, with Roki Sasaki and Shota Imanaga announcing that they will not play this year, but Japan still comes in as a main contender with 3 WBC titles in 5 years of the tournament. Team Dominican Republic has announced another stacked roster, though they did come into the 2023 tournament with similar star power and failed to make it out of the first round pool with the 2-2 record. Their roster core is largely the same, headlined by Juan Soto, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Fernando Tatis Jr., Ketel Marte, Julio Rodriguez, and Junior Caminero. I would argue that the lineup is the best of any team, and they've massively improved their pitching staff this time around with Christopher Sanchez and Brian Bayo joining the top of the rotation alongside Sandy Alcantara. And Abner Uribe and Carlos Estevez will round out the back end of the bullpen. This may be the deepest team in the tournament on paper, but we'll see if they can put it together this year. Team Venezuela returns after a strong performance in 2023, bringing in a roster led by Ronald Acuna Jr., Jackson Churio, Eugenio Suarez, Salvador Perez, and both William and Wilson Contreras on the offensive side. And they have a solid rotation with Pablo Lopez, Ranger Suarez, and Eduardo Rodriguez making up the top. The bullpen is definitely the weakness of the team, though they do have Jose Alvarado and Daniel Palencia as high leverage arms. Venezuela did go 4-0 in pool play in 2023 before losing to Team USA in the quarterfinal, and they should be contenders again this year. Team Mexico is underrated on paper, but they made it all the way to the semifinals last tournament and almost took down Japan in their final game. Randy Arozarena put on a show in 2023 and can absolutely do it again, alongside Jarren Duran, Jonathan Aranda, and Alejandro Kirk in the lineup. The pitching isn't their strength, though they do have Andres Munoz, Robert Garcia, and Victor Vodnik in the bullpen, and will look for contributions from Taj Bradley and Taiwan Walker in their rotation. The starting pitching might not be there, but Mexico can absolutely be the surprise of the tournament once again. Team Italy, Team Canada, and Team Puerto Rico could also make some noise this year, though Puerto Rico's roster has been devastated by players unable to participate due to insurance issues, like Francisco Lindor and Carlos Correa, though they do have Edwin Diaz closing games again and will host games in San Juan. The tournament starts on March 4th in Tokyo, and you do not want to miss it.